Welcome, everybody. Another day. Underdog posted 4 new contests today. Before we start drafting, we will go through all of those after we say hi to the chat. All we have here right now is Anthony and Victor. Welcome. So, the first one that we have is not that one, the Scottish Fish Bowl. Where is that? I guess it didn't update it yet. So the Scottish Fishbowl satellite. What's up, Dev? Thanks for stopping in. So this is a 5 of 12 advance, 3 of 7 advance, 2 of 7 advance with a 510 seat final. And basically the final doesn't matter. The final is a free entry into the Scottish Fishbowl. For those of you who know what the Scottish Fishbowl is, it's a charity fantasy football tournament. If you want more information on that, you can always go look that up. But that's out there. It's a $10 price point, 9,996 entrants total. So then we also have the Golden, only fast draft, 26 and 30-second clocks, single entry. So you only get one chance at this. 10,000 for first, $10 entry, 5,600 people. We got a 2 of 12, 1 of 6, 1 of 6 with a 26 seat final. Mike, that is really good for advance rate. And then, so the final, as we've seen, is 26 people. Top 26 get $100. So you get to the finals, you get 10 times your entry and up to 1,000 times your entry. And it's actually reasonably flat. It's not as flat as the Shepherd, but we'll get to that in a minute. So first is 10K, second 5,500, third 4,500, all the way down. 10th is 1,000. So, like, of the 26 people, if you finish in the top third, you end up getting $1,200 back on a $10 entry. Feels pretty good. I mean, I don't know many people that play on Underdog that won't do the Golden. And then the 2 contests I'm personally more interested in. And welcome, Scott and Zero. Thanks for stopping by. The German Shepherd, $5 entry, 22K entrance, only 20 entries max. So $100 to max this tournament. There are slows available. So I will be doing my last few as slows. 30 seconds. So we got a 2 of 10, 2 of 12, and a 2 of 12. That's a unique. I don't remember this contest last year. I don't know if this was the structure last year, but I really like this. Like, this feels very doable, right? It's a lot more doable than 1 of 13, 1 of 16. Prize pool, first is a lot less. 124 seat final. It's already 13% filled, which is nutty because it launched this morning. So what is that, 2,000 entrants already? More than that? So that's pretty nuts. Rake, 10.4%. So the prize pool here is actually the top 10 is exactly what the Golden is. You just get more shots at it. But there's 126 people, and if you max the tournament, you get 50, or you get your money back. So you do your 5, or you do your 20 entries, you get to the finals, you get your money back. I like this. This feels really good. I'll definitely max this tournament. And since slows are available, I will definitely do at least the last 5 of them as slows at the end of the tournament. I'll probably try to do what I did with the mini schnauzer and do half of them at the end. So then we got the Schnauzer 2. It's a $3 entry, 20, 30-second, and 8-hour all available. You're in a Schnauzer 2. I'll probably do a Schnauzer to start today. I put up new ranking, or I redone my rankings today. I need to see what I missed. So, round advancement: 2 of 12, 1 of 10, 1 of 10, 310 seat final. It's only 2% filled. Same rake. So 186,000 people in this one. I'm assuming that's the exact same structure as the Schnauzer 1. It was $3. It had 186,000 people. And I believe this was the exact same. So first 100,000, second 50,000. You get to the finals like most of these, and you on this one, if you max it and you get to the finals, you win $40. But you have a chance if you get to the finals for $100,000. Like, it's only $60 to max this. Like, I'm absolutely maxing this. Like, no questions. So, thanks everybody for stopping in who are here. We have 10 watching. We got 3 likes. If you just popped in, please smash that like for me. Anyway, we're going to enter a Schnauzer 2. Give me 1 second. We will be doing a 30-second or a 20-second Schnauzer 2, and I'll be entering in 10 seconds. What's up, Aaron Sandy? Yeah, I've been tweaking some of my rankings and thoughts. So, like, I've been out on certain players that I'm now kind of in on. Like, not in on them, but I'm willing to take them now. There was only two people in this room. So if you want in, there's plenty of room. But like Deebo Samuel, I don't love him at price. I'm mostly still gonna fade him, but I'm not gonna 0% him. I'll probably have like a 2 or 3% share on him. I do actually I really like the Commanders' offense. They didn't really add anybody who could be a threat to what he does. I don't want to like the pick. There's been a couple times it's been there. Like, he's fell enough, and some of the people I liked more have risen enough that he feels fine. And that's the same thing with the next guy I'm going to talk about, and that's Cooper Kupp. Like, I had zero interest in Cooper Kupp. But, man, like, Darnell Mooney was going after him. Josh Downs was going after him. Scatabo, Pacheco, DeAndre Swift, Brian Robinson. Basically, every player that was going after him that's now going before him were the people that I was targeting. And now that all those people are gone every time, he doesn't look as gross to click. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to be a bull on Cooper Kupp, and I still have him like 8 picks behind ADP. But he just, like, if you go down to where he's being drafted, we got, where is he? So, like, it's him. I still like Jaden Higgins over him. I like Keon Coleman, Igbuka, and Trey Harris above him. But, like, I could be, if I have Tet McMillan, I could click him, maybe. I just think that, like, before, Jaden Higgins was way after him. Trey Harris was way after him. Burden's kind of in a clickable range now. But Keon Coleman was too cheap. Rashid Shaheed was too cheap. And so I've moved him up, which is weird because you still have him way down on Kupp. But I do think I will click him here and there when correlation is there. Before, I had no interest even when correlation was there. Maybe it's a bad thing, but like I was saying, the players I loved Like I love Darnell Mooney's price. I love Josh Downs' price. I liked Brandon Ayuk's price a lot more. Um, I really liked Steph Diggs' price because Steph Diggs was going after him, and now he's going up here. Steph Diggs is going to move up another round and a half probably, but all those players I liked have moved ahead of him now. So I I'm going to have a hard time. Like he's going to look a little better because all the things I believe are values now have moved up the board. So I definitely will be more interested in clicking him. So I think I want one of these receivers. I'm going to take CMC though. I don't take a lot of CMC. He doesn't go to 9 very often anymore. So I think this is where I take a share of him. And what's up, Schneid? Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. And Putt Daddy, thanks for stopping by as well. Yeah, let's see who got in the. I was kind of digressing there. So we got 0 in the 11 hole. I got the 9 hole. Dark Side's got the 8 hole. I believe I've seen Alex's name in here a couple times. He might just draft a lot like me. So T. Higgins gets pulled up by 0. I like doing stuff like that in these time box tournaments. So something I'm probably going to do because I did slows on the puppy. I still have 10 for the puppy and the schnauzer active. I'm probably going to smash some Efton Chisholm, like as a very, very like I don't think he's going to be anything, but I'm probably going to take one share per tournament of Efton Chisholm because I doubt he has very much ownage at all. In the 6, saw your tweet and ended up in the draft. Hey, thank you for popping in, sir. You are DS Council. I did not realize that was you, Hawkeye. I was considering BTJ JT, then shifted to Nico BTJ. Yeah, T is a player that I actually pulled up to the front side of the board in the big board, or to the right side of the board because nobody was doing it and he would never fall. So to get some unique pairings, T Higgins was the one I brought up to that side of the board, and kind of like with like during that time of the year, Jaden Daniels was or mostly going on the right side of the board. Now I've got Jaden Daniels in the late 40s a couple times now. I've got him at 50 a couple times now. So like, but I would pull Jaden up with Jamar Chase. I pull and stuff like that. So there he is. I was wondering if you were here. Yeah, I mean I could bring up some teams. Were you doing that as well, Zero? Just because like I did it with a couple players that were predominantly being drafted on the opposite sides of the board. I mean, everybody wants to flip the board in the first round. I think the sharper thing is to flip the board in the second and third round on players that don't move during the time box. And I never done it until it was very close to the end. Like I did it in the last week or so because I don't want to do it and then it turn into something that happens all the time because an ADP happens, right? Yeah, exactly. I did it with Bucky Irving a couple times as well, and I actually did it with Josh Jacobs once. No, I don't even love the Josh Jacobs pick, but I did it a couple times with those players because it made sense to me. So I don't get any of this guy, and this is later than he usually goes. So I'm going to go ahead and take a rare share of JSN here. Welcome, Hartman. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, and every time I did that, I didn't really feel like my team was like at like a lot worse or anything. So welcome, JT. For those of you who do not know, I don't think he's mentioned it or put anything out yet, but I will be on JT Bestball's channel tonight at 10 p.m. I believe we're going to do, I think he said an eliminator and then possibly some super flex after the eliminator. So I pulled JT to the 1-2 turn and Evans to the 2-4. Yeah. So Evans and Worthy, and the Worthy one I did a couple times early and it bit me, but like I did it with Evans a couple times. So as well, like move him up to pair with Jamar Chase, right? Like, yeah, we'll take. So the one reason I want shares of JSN is because I'm very in to the Panthers offense this year. So getting that game stack feels really good to me. JT was my main guy. I pulled the 1-2 turn and big board, and I felt like I sacrificed 0 projections. Right. Well, so I was mostly doing it because I just refused to draft CMC until I heard he was healthy, basically. Right. I still honestly prefer, I know I took CMC over Genty in this, but I do prefer Genty still. I just, you're going to draft hundreds of teams. You need all the guys. And Genty is slightly moving down the board, and CMC has been moving up. So I went ahead and took that share in this one. Yeah, so I don't take much CMC, but I took one here because he went later than he has been. I mean, I agree that it's not like I have a lot of Garendo because I believe that is the truth. But yeah, I took 0 shares in the big board, little board, bigger board, and all the drafters contest I did of CMC pre-draft. But like the thing is, when I take the players that I'm not taking much, like CMC, I'm going to build extreme builds. Like I'm going to go extreme hero RB here. I might unless a major fall happens, and there may be one here. Like if people are going to let Joe Mixon fall down here constantly now, yeah. See, the CMC is like the most divisive pick. Yeah, I'll take Joe Mixon here. I am worried 0 amount on Nick Chubb going there. I have 0 worry. So not only do I get a fall on Mixon, and this may become Mixon's new price, but it's also a week 17 correlation with Ladd McConkey. So I have 2 weeks. I didn't force anything here. I mean, I guess you could say I forced Ladd McConkey up, but I just think that's where he should go. All I did here is take everybody at the top of my rankings minus CMC. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. How to trust CMC less about CMC and more so? Absolutely, right? Yeah, like that's the exact thing. Like the deceptive injury stuff. I got burnt pretty bad last year because I did a lot of drafts before he was being held out and stuff. And I had a bunch of him. I thought I ran lucky with early picks, and well, apparently it wasn't luck that I was getting. Yeah, we got 3 new tournaments. I went over all of them. They're all time. I think all of them are basically time box tournaments, and they're all. I think there's 220 max, and there's a single entry. And you could do all of those for $170. So that's 41 drafts, $170. Prize pools are all over the place. Feels pretty good. I was under the field on 101s. this year. Yeah, so I was looking through my drafters exposures for the $2 minis because I've done 22 of them or something. I have 22% Jamar Chase. Like when I'm at 2, whoever's at 1, like always take Saquon. Yeah, that would be awesome. I will do 0 Scott Fish Bowl things. I'm not interested in that tournament. I know a lot of people. It feels very good. Like I looked at it and I'm like, I refreshed it because I believed, I was like, there's no way. I didn't feel like I'd been there over and over again. Before a lot of you guys probably followed me, like in the big board, I did some drafts. 2 times on stream, I had Jamar Chase fall to the 4 spot. Like absolute lunacy. And nothing like in non-super flex, there is 0 reason Jamar Chase should be available at the 4. 7%. I mean, 7% is not bad. Like it is running cold. So yeah, we went ahead and added Jordan Addison to this. I was going to go Extreme Hero RB, but I'll probably stop with McCaffrey Mixon for a while. Actually, the quarterbacks I'm wanting go later as well. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of like on eliminators. I'm drafting players that I'm fading in other formats and stuff. I've been doing that quite a bit. I could double down on the Minnesota bet. I could take Mooney. I think there's kind of a cliff here at wide receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and take Mooney as my 5th. Through 7 rounds, we have Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, wide receivers Ladd, JSN, Tet, Jordan Addison, and Darnell Mooney. Feels pretty solid. Like, I'm not going to say I'm not scared of Christian McCaffrey. Like, I'm definitely scared of this. But of the 20 drafts, I want 1 share of him in the 20 drafts. This will probably be the only CMC team I build in the mini Schnauzer 2. If I could get TJ Hawkinson back, come on, Waffles. Thank you, Waffles. This man knows his breakfast. Look at this. This man right here knows his breakfast. We are doing a 30 or a 20-second mini Schnauzer. I don't know what we're going to draft next. I will take a poll. I'm not going to do – I'm probably – like I'll do a German Shepherd, but I'm going to try to save most of those for off stream. And I'd be up for like an eliminator, a German Shepherd. I'm definitely going to do my golden off stream and probably run into 4 of you guys. And I'm just not going to shotgun all of my low entry contest here. We could do a super flex next if people prefer that. Like I'm all game for whatever. So yeah, we got a double stack in Minnesota. We got bringbacks up here. We got Atlanta. Like I absolutely love that week 17 game. And having a player in the Monday night game, week 17, has to feel better than me having 0 of them and just watching my number 4 place team drop all the way to 9th in my finals, It did not feel great having 0 of those players and watching that game on Monday night. It felt pretty awful. So let's look at what people are doing. Alex here, Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. It's so good to take Devontae Smith and then to wrap around and take Hurts. Like every time Devontae Smith's available on this side of the board, I usually try to do it. Yeah. I've had this start, but I took Jacobs first and Harrison second. Like It is in your pod. You're just not on the right side of the board, sir. I mean, I don't. I really don't want to take Justin Fields here. I want to build out my stacks, but this is an absolute value. I'll go ahead and take a Jalen Warren. Uh, Herzig's very in on Jalen Warren. I was saying yesterday, I'm moving Jalen Warren up the board a little because I believe Aaron Rodgers will prefer him to Caleb Johnson in a lot of situations. And we know he's good. He was just injured all last year. What's up, Al Boogie? Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, I'm very excited to blow this $170 on these contests. I don't know about the rest of you, but I mean, we're having a good day already. I agree. He like Caleb Johnson required to go to one of four teams to be useful in the NFL. And he did land in one of those four spots. So I take him some now. But that Iowa offensive line was insanely good, right? So, okay, let's look. Trey Harris goes here to Alex. He's already got two quarterbacks. He probably doesn't take Herbert. So we'll go ahead and take Rashid Shaheed. If he takes Herbert, whatever. I might be done at wide receiver here. We got Ladd McConkey, JSN, Tet McMillan, Addison, Mooney, and Shaheed. Like, I think Shaheed's kind of a value there. Definitely need to take a couple quarterbacks with my next couple picks. That Caleb Williams value feels awesome for Dark Side. How's he got that stacked up? Oh, by the way, I haven't done it yet, but I do need to move Luther Burden up in the ranks after the Hayden. Did y'all see the Hayden Winks thing on DJ Moore? He reposted something from the Chicago Tribune or what, however you pronounce it. Like, I'm assuming, and I mean, not only was he behind ADP, but DJ Moore said he doesn't know. Let me find it. Let me read it real quick. I will. All right, it is. All that change has made it hard for Moore to identify his individual goals for this coming season. And then it's a quote. Right now, I don't have goals because I'm still learning everything, and I don't even know if I'm going to touch the ball as much as I did some years or if I'm going to be used in the same way. That feels really bad if that's a quote from DJ Moore. And that's what the like Chicago Tribune or Chicago Sun Times. It was the Chicago Sun Times. So with that information, like I had not been clicking DJ Moore a lot. I kind of mixed him in sometimes, but I'm definitely moving him down, and I'm going to move Rome and Burden up a little. Absolute smash if I can get this guy here. I'm sure Darkside's not going to do me dirty. He better not. I mean, just continue the stack. Negative DJ Moore news. Take all the rookie. You get a big discount on Caleb Williams. You might as well build it out, right? Yeah, I had a little DJ Moore. I don't know how much. I actually had quite a bit of DJ Moore pre-draft. Um, I thought he was one of the better picks in the third round, and that has aged poorly. He was one of the guys I was pulling up to pair with Jamar Chase as well. Well, yeah, I know. And I looked at who had Trey Harris, and it was it was Alex, and they had Kyler and Jalen Hurts. So I felt pretty good about it. We'll go ahead and take JJ McCarthy as well. You got a double stack here. We got Hawkinson, Addison, JJ McCarthy. We got Justin Herbert with Lad McConkey. Probably even going to take a third here. Feel fine with these. This is going to be a 6 running back room. What did Waffles do? Ramondre? Oh. I love Waffles. I can't be mad at the guy. Waffles are the best. I mean, are you Jawan Jennings over DJ Moore? Jawan Jennings is one of the players that I might have a blind spot on. Like, I mix him in as well, but I still prefer Ricky Pearsall. I prefer Matthew Golden, honestly, to Jawan Jennings. I prefer Steph Diggs and Matthew Golden. So I have to make sure I click him sometimes. And like I prefer Jerry Jeudy over him every time. Al probably takes Burden over Moore 1-for-1. I mean, Al Boogie knows ball, so I definitely could see it. Like being a thing next year that we're doing, to where Luther Burden is going 3 rounds ahead of DJ Moore. I could absolutely see that being what happens next year. Not sure about you guys, but that's what I think could happen. That doesn't mean I love Luther Burden. I just believe that when a new coach comes in and spends draft picks at a certain position, like they probably want those players more than the players that they inherited, right? Like they went out and somebody did that, right? Somebody went out and got those players. What's up, Big Draft Energy? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so we got not. I might just take my third quarterback here, honestly. Can't really take Garendo. Where did Ray Davis go? Ray Davis has been flying up the boards. Ray Davis 124. Alex, you couldn't hold. I guess his ADP is 138 now. So if you wanted him, you had to take him. So I guess. Come on, guy. Come on. We will. We'll go ahead and take Austin Eckler here. I don't love those tight ends. I don't mind Eckler on this team. I don't love it. Definitely preferred the other player. I was hoping to build out that game stack. That ain't going to happen. So there is a player here I will take if he comes back around. And it's Michael Penix. If somebody wants him, they can have him. What's up, Quill? This is a $3 mini schnauzer. I don't know what we're going to do next. We will. I have a hard time not taking Pat Bryant. We'll go ahead and take Pat Fryermuth here. That doesn't feel bad. Hawkinson, Fryermuth at a third. I feel pretty good. Maybe this is a very rare Aaron Rodgers team for me. I'll say that. And where did DK Metcalf go? He went a 44 to Artie here. If he took him at 44, all I'm going to say, Artie, is if you're in this room, you better be taking him at 173 because I'll take him at 184 unless somebody. And I love Conklin. Fucking Waffles got me too. I just said I love Waffles. And then Waffle, I don't know. Basically, he pulled out the waffle iron and made sure that I learned a lesson to not trust Waffles. We got Jalen Wright pulling. I've finally started clicking Jalen Wright more. It's more bearishness for Ollie Gordon than anything else. We could do a German Shepherd next. We could do an eliminator, or we could do a super flex. We could do whatever. I will read off this poll. Which contest interests you the most? Shocker. It's the cheapest one. It's the 38%. So 13 votes, 38% said Schnauzer, and 31 on Shepherd. So it's the 220 maxes is what people were interested in. So next draft, and I will make a new poll. Superflex, Elim, or Shepherd. Yep. You guys, this is a choose your own adventure, chat. You get to decide which direction the rest of the story goes. I will just be a narrator here. I mean, I will smash him. I will smash him. I'll smash him. It does not matter. What is. All right. We will take Will Shipley here. I really like the Will Shipley pick. Pretty fantastic. I did not put the big dog on the table, although I did run into a little bit of money today, and I could do one if I had to, but I don't really want to do any big dogs. I was running a little behind today because I sat down at a slot machine, put a little bit of money in it, and then like 8 minutes later, it was like up $500, and then like 15 minutes after that, it was up like another $800. So, been a good day. All right, right now we have a 3-5-6-2. We got Justin Herbert, JJ McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers. Running backs, CMC, Joe Mixon, Jalen Warren, Austin Eckler, Will Shipley. Wide receivers, Ladd, JSN, Tet McMillan, Jordan Addison, Darnell Mooney, Rashid Shaheed. Tight ends, TJ Hawkinson, and Pat Fryermuth. I will be taking. They still haven't put Rodgers there. It is week 5 bye, so we're good. Need a running back and a tight end. Mason Taylor's still available. What's up, Covers? You made it back. It's been a while. Like 2 days or something. 3 days. A while. I thought you'd left. I'm starting to mix in some Dylan Sampson also. Using the same logic I'm using with, like, they brought in 2 running backs, so they probably don't really love the one that they had, kind of thing. Their offensive line was okay. Their defense is going to be pretty nasty. And they don't really have a quarterback yet. So they took 2, right? And I actually like Dylan Gabriel. Like, if I was to pick between Shador and Dylan Gabriel right now, like in Superflex, if they were both round 17, I'd probably take the one they drafted earlier. Some people may say that I'm a hater for doing that. I don't think so. I think it's just logical. Might not be here live, but I always watch the stream back. Hey, thank you, sir. That is actually super appreciated. And that hopefully that means that you actually enjoy the content instead of just helping out. Yeah, we will take DJ Giddens here as our last, a rookie upside swing at the end. We'll take some Tyler Conklin if he's available. We'll take Arroyo if Conklin goes. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll throw Taysom Hill in here. Yeah, take the more talented player. I mean, I don't know. I know everybody says he's more talented. I I don't judge quarterbacks incredibly. Like I don't really put that much work into looking at quarterbacks. All I know is that he already upset that team. They weren't happy to take him. Supposedly he's impressing at camp, but like there was a 100% chance that as soon as he had anything good going on at camp, like everyone was going to be like, "Oh, look at how good he is. The NFL sucks." Everybody was hating on this guy for no reason. That was just going to happen. It absolutely was going to happen no matter what. I'll believe it whenever preseason happens and he looks good in preseason games against third stringers. Like if he's dominating third stringers, like sure, we could have a talk then. All right. We got quarterback, 3 quarterbacks, 6 running back, 6 wide receiver, 3 tight end. We stuck with the wide receivers. We got Justin Herbert, JJ McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers. Running backs, CMC, Joe Mixon, Jalen Warren, Austin Eckler, Will Shipley, DJ Giddens. Wide receivers, McConkey, JSN, Tet, Addison, Mooney, Shaheed, TJ Hawkinson, Pat Fryermuth, Tyler Conklin. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see anything I liked in Shador's game anyway. So, and they literally drafted a guy 2 rounds ahead. So I don't know. Well, I don't really sauce, but I'll go over it. Let's go to it. Like I could absolutely be wrong on Shador. I'm just not. All right, we got a 3663 also. I'm well, that was my team again. Let's go to his. A 2772. He told me he was going to stop at 6. Quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Cam Ward. RJ Harvey, Tony Pollard, Rashad White, Garendo, Dobbins, Hill, Miles Sanders. I'm starting to mix in Miles Sanders also. I prefer Keaton, but I understand Justice Hill with Lamar. Nico Collins, T. Higgins, love the pull up in this time box contest. Mike Evans, Chris Olave, Ayuk, Bateman, Lockett. And then we got tight ends, Mark Andrews and Tyler Warren. I really like bringing in Tyler Warren with a vet. Like I do Tyler Warren, Zach Ertz a little bit. Were you? I mean, he's a very good pick right now, and I hate that pick. Like you're gonna bet on Bryce Young, size 3rd round pick without arm strength over Dion. I mean, the brother of CMC wasn't very good last year. Team is ass. No Jennings. Bogues weighs in. All right. We have 12 votes right now. It's neck and neck. Eliminator and Shepherd and the German Shepherd are both at 42%. I'll give you guys 15 seconds, or I'll give you guys enough time to make your vote. I'll look over Alex's team and then Hawkeye's team. And I think there was one more and then Dev's team. And then we'll do another draft. We got a 2682, Hurts, Murray, running backs, Josh Jacobs, James Conner, Charbonnet, Ray Davis, Trey Benson, Dylan Sampson, Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Devontae Smith, Jaden Reed, Trey Harris, Adam Thielen, who, by that chart that came out by Hayden Winks earlier, may be the most mispriced player at wide receiver. Michael Thomas and Diami Brown. Tight ends, Dallas Goedert and Dalton Schultz. Very solid team. Always drafts solid teams. We got Hawkeye here. Yeah. Yeah, that's like if he was playing corner, Dion being Dion's kid would matter, but Dion's kid that's a corner is not very good. 3-5-8-2. Purdy, CJ Stroud, Tua. Running backs, Gibbs, Achan, Chuba, the double Chubb. Gotta love double Chubb. Kyle Monangai. You got Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore, Jawan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Higgins, Jack Besh, Alec Pierce, NWI. Got NWI team correlation. Got it. Yep. Pod over. Jawan Jennings was found. And then tight end, Evan Ingram, Mike Gesicki. Super solid as well. And then 0. We just went over 0. It was Dark Side's team. 3-6-7-2. Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, Daniel Jones. I really like that. Told him I was taking Bryce Young. Then he took him. How dare he? It's still a good pick. Bryce is – I really like the Bryce Young pick this year. Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Travion, Pacheco, Jalen Wright, Keaton Mitchell. These are all players I actually really like at ADP. All of them picked around ADP. Wide receivers, Malik Neighbors, A.J. Brown, Travis Hunter, Josh Downs, Luther Burden, Jalen Knoll, Jalen Coker. Tight ends, Colston Loveland, Tucker Kraft. Double, aren't you worried about the double week 5 bye? Come on, Dark Side. Defend yourself. Double week 5 bye for tight ends. Are you worried? All right, we got another vote. It is the German Shepherd. So we're going to do a 20-second German Shepherd when I find it in the lobby. I still have to enter on my phone. All right, found it. I guess there's only 30-second lobbies. So 30-second German Shepherd in 10 seconds. Hey, I appreciate you, Antwall. I accept the challenge. Go ahead. Draft some Efton Chisholm or some Marquez Tuiesa Sopo. There's a name from the past. I actually spent time learning how to say that name because I'm a degen. Shiloh is a safety. He's okay. Yeah. LeBron James, top 5 of all time. Doesn't mean his son will be good. But he did get drafted. You know. All right, we got 11. One more spot for this German Shepherd. Yeah, I said there was no 30. Like I said 20-second, then I looked and I said, oh, there's only 30-second. I guess there's slows as well. All right, I've got the 105. Zero's got the 108. Hulk has the 110. Alex has the 111. Should be a pretty sharp room. The only two non-badgers in here. Do Charity. Somebody named Do Charity's in here instead of the Scottish Fishbowl lobby. What are you doing, guy? Love the 108. That's your neighbor spot. Not today. Not today. That's Doc Hardy. Oh, Doc Hardy. Okay. Yeah, there's no I. There's no Charity. Yeah. See, I'm already killing the pronunciations, everybody. Do your worst on the pronunciation one. At minimum, I will have a good time. Thank you. I will absolutely take Bijan at 5. You got lucky, Zero. You got lucky. I got Bijan at 5. But yeah, I am not in on the Shador being like he's going to get to play this year, but I, I'm not sold. I don't think him being yeah yeah Doc Hardy here doing some things. Took the lower ADP Lion over the higher ADP Lion. I'm interested to see what happens with his draft. Maybe he's just getting his guys. Maybe he doesn't like. I mean, there it is defensible to take Amon at 6. I am not doing it. He is doing charity. See, that's where I was going. I was just ahead of the script. Like kind of like a deja vu thing, like where I'm just a little ahead and now it finally caught up and I'm like, well, oh yeah, that's what happened. I've already seen the future and that's what happened. We got Nico Drake from Alex, Hulk Smash over here with CMC Derrick Henry. Zero is going to have Neighbors and I assume McConkey, maybe. The thing I don't like about taking Bijan is it almost McConkey's never there and AJ Brown's never there, so it kind of locks me into taking double running back. Here pretty soon, I'll be able to start taking Rashee Rice there, and I guess for this contest also taking Rashee Rice here would make more sense than doing it in a BBM, like people are doing it in BBMs. But being a time box contest, it does make sense to maybe do it. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and take Rashee Rice here with Bijan. It being a time box contest, I'm also not worried. So that's what we'll do. I passed AJ last draft, so I need to take your guy. Been in and out, but forgot to say what's up. Hey, thank you, sir. I shouted out that, and half the people in here probably weren't in here then, but tonight at 10 p.m. Central, I will be on JT Bestball. We'll be drafting an eliminator, and then we will be drafting maybe Superflex. So, yeah. I mean, his ADP is going to be here pretty soon anyway. So, in a new tournament, there's really no reason not to do it if you have him rated around there. If I'd went wide receiver first, I definitely would have taken Bucky or Jonathan Taylor. And of course, Josh Jacobs doesn't fall to me. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Devontae Adams. I like Devontae Adams quite a bit. Bijan, Devontae, stack for week 17. Devontae, I believe, is going to end up in the middle. What is his ADP right now? It's 31. I think it'll go up a couple more spots by the end of everything. Rasheed should be 1-2 turn if we were sure about his health and missing 0 games. Yeah. If this offseason started with 0 questions on Rashee Rice, he would be drafted around Brian Thomas, Drake London, and them, right? After all my slow, I'll definitely have over 40% Rice. I'm down to 28%. So Jacobs in general, I think they want to pass the ball more, right? Like last year, they ran the ball and ran the ball and ran the ball, right? And that could happen again, but they drafted a wide receiver in the first and in the third. People I think people forget they also spent a third round pick at wide receiver. Jordan Love was hurt part of like most of the season. He wasn't 100%. Yes, Christian Watson's gone, but like I would not be shocked to see them pass the ball a little more than people expect. Um, but I definitely want some Jacobs because he is the clear RB bell cow. And if they're passing the ball more, that means that, in my opinion, that means their offense is going to be better overall because we know they could run the ball. And if Jacobs is getting space, like he's a good pick. I just think that he's not in the tier with Bucky and JT. I think that that's the end of that little tier in this range. And he's a really good pick that I don't get to enough, is how I feel about it. Well, they won't be getting the same amount of touches, but the offense should be better and more opportunities to score. Like I don't love the pick, but do I take Travis Hunter here or do I take Hampton? I've not been taking very much Travis Hunter at all, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, and like I'm not taking Golden, so I'm not taking Golden on Josh Jacobs teams very often. If like I think one or the other is a little more true. Offense being good is good for everybody, main piece and secondary pieces. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I haven't really been taking like trying to correlate uh Matthew Golden with Jacobs when I get Jacobs. I'm actually I'm actually doing like more double tapping Golden and Jaden Reed if I'm going to build out the Packers offense. Or I really target Tucker Kraft as the number 2 option. I like Golden Kraft as a combo a little more. Yeah. I have one or two like just Jordan Love Lamar teams. I should take him. I'll take a Jalen Waddle share here. I'm going to assume Doc takes him. I thought about taking Hurts, assuming Doc was going to take him, but I didn't. Like, I was pretty sure that was going to happen. That's why I was like, normally I would just take him there. But I'm all for people getting double stacked Hurts in the 5th. Anybody, whether I like them, don't like them. But I'm also all about just stacking Jalen Hurts with Dallas Goedert and calling it good, you know? Like, Hurts should not be in the 5th round. He just should not be. He should be at the front end of this round. Yeah, Zero, the problem with all of Cincy players go within the first round. What are we talking about? Okay. Yeah, I just yeah, and Cincy does, but Cincy's defense is going to be horrendous. I'm curious, what do you guys think about the Jair Alexander? Do you think that's going to actually hurt their defense? You think it's going to not matter for their defense? What do you think? I I think if they just released him, they're just obviously not worried about it. Um, but I don't think that could be a good thing for their defense either. Feels like something that like Dallas is going to pick him up or something. Is he? I don't follow corners super well, So Travion goes. I'll go ahead and take David Montgomery here with Bijan. I like it. So through 6 rounds, we have a Bijan, David Montgomery, Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Jalen Waddle. Prime Jair was nasty, but he's injury prone now. Well, maybe week 17, Justin Jefferson can do something now if they played. Oh, they can't regress if they never had him on the field. I mean, that is a fact. Yeah. I wasn't aware he was just hurt the whole time. I just knew he was on the team. But yeah, I really like. I think Josh Jacobs is a fine pick. I like him to be. I usually get my Jacobs shares when it's 26, 27, though. Like, I don't take him in the second round ever. I force him around the turn almost every time, which gives me to where it puts me to where I get like 5% of him instead of 8, and that's kind of where I want to be on Jacobs. I don't want to have my eyes closed on him, but I also don't want to have a bunch. 20 games in 2 seasons. That is nuts. Matthew Golden goes, Steph Diggs goes, and Jerry Jeudy goes. That's rule breakers here, building a really good team. Very solid. All right, we got. Yeah, I'll take Quinshawn. I'll absolutely take Quinshawn on this. Hey, thank you for stopping in, Steve. It's going great. Oh, and for those who don't know, so tomorrow's show will also be at 4 p.m. Central. I will be drafting Marathon with Megan Shoup. It's Shoup. That's right. Megan Shoup. And I'll be uploading her rankings, and we will be drafting Marathon. I look forward to it. I haven't done a lot of Marathon, but I am definitely willing to do some. And we will be showcasing the FanSpeak Substack rankings, and she could talk about the article she wrote. So should be a good time. I look forward to it for sure. We got Zero here, got Kamara 60. Like, Kamara also doesn't, like, all these running backs feel like they're too cheap, right? Like, from basically Travion all the way to Chuba feels a little cheap to me. But at the same time, like, the running back or the wide receivers after, like, basically Higgins, this tier feel really bad. So it's a tier break. Like, there's value here, I think, but then you kind of needed to only take wide receivers to actually invest into it. I wanted the wide receiver there, but Camaro, yeah, some of that stuff's been going on. Like, I'll just take all the Judkins at 77. I'll figure out the rest of my team. Like, Judkins, I really like him. I thought he was a really good prospect. Their offense can't be worse. Their running back put up some good weeks last year, you know. I mean, we will take Mahomes here if he comes around. Actually, yeah, Worthy's on that side. Somebody will probably, if I don't, somebody will probably do the Mahomes Kelsey stack. So we'll go ahead and take Mahomes with Rashee. Can't wait to see Pittman fry Hunter week 17. What's up, Nick? I haven't been clicking Pittman very much, but did I move him? Like, because I read down my rankings today. Where did I? Is he gone? Okay. Yeah, he's gone. I was going to say, I don't remember where I put him. I think I put him around Shaheed. I kind of like the Spike Week guy a little more, but Pittman has a place. So right here, if Cooper Cup is a Hulk Smash took Cooper Cup up here. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like all the players I liked before that were going after him, like Swift, Pacheco, Downs, Mooney, all of those players now go in front of Cooper Cup like every draft. Brian Robinson goes above him sometimes. Uh, I personally like Jordan Mason more than Cooper Cup this year. So, like, he's the last one that really needs to. Yeah, Dimes is absolutely a massive upgrade, and he fits Pittman's role really well. The question is uh, is Pittman's role going to be lessened with Tyler Warren? Right, that's the question. Like, I don't have an answer, but I do have a question on that. So we got Luther Burden, Cam Scatterbo. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take less Alec Pierce. I had quite a bit of him. He should be okay, but he won't like. I mean, it might just become Adonai Mitchell, right? Like, I could see it being Adonai Mitchell over Pierce. Now, Pierce is a good pick though. Like A Rich, I still think A Rich starts some games this year. Uh, honestly, yeah, Mooney and Down used to be steals, absolutely. Right? Yeah, like just because of Danny Dimes. Like I think and I mean AD wasn't he open like the entire season last year? And A Rich just threw the ball, past like through the uprights over and over again instead of to anybody. Um like he A Rich was so off target that he couldn't even throw interceptions, like it wasn't even close enough for the ball to be picked off. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, with Flacco was doing that. Yeah, and yeah, Flacco, I remember it. Flacco was also doing that as well. But Adonai was learning last year. He I don't love him as a player. Like I do like Alec Pierce as a player. And it sucks because I dropped him before last year in a dynasty league. But I mean we won the league, so no harm, no foul. Uh, it didn't feel like it kind of sucks now, but it's fine. All right, we got what do we want here? I don't have a tight end yet. We'll take Evan Ingram. He's the top tight end on the board. I've got Rashi and Patrick Mahomes. Gives me the stack. Is this show? Okay, that shows. I forget I have BBO because like I don't log into it in Superflex because it messes up half the time. Bad run out, never wrong, just early, right? If Pierce was in the sky, roll for Mahomes. Oh yeah, yeah, he really would be. Uh, and that's the role Hollywood Brown should have this year, right? Like I'm taking Hollywood if he's there with this next pick. Like with Bijan, Montgomery, and Quinshawn, like I'm pushing my last running back for a while. And I have two rookies in Travis Hunter and Luther Burden here. So definitely, definitely want somebody who may have a decent role to start the season. think I might end up doing another draft. I don't know yet. I might not. I'm 50-50 on it. We have 27 likes though. We could do what Vaporware was saying yesterday. If we get up, I said 32, he said 35. We're going to split that middle. We're going to go, I guess we'll just go 33. If we can get 5 more likes by the end of this, up to 33 likes, I will run another draft. It will be an eliminator because the eliminator was kind of close. Apparently, everybody's come in voting now, voting Superflex. So I will actually run that. I'm going to end that poll and I'm going to redo that poll after I time out on this pick, apparently. So we'll go ahead and take Hollywood Brown, pull him up in the ranks a little bit, get a double stack for Mahomes. I do really like when I take Mahomes, I do like double stacking him. It just feels a little better in my eyes. So we won't be doing another one of those. So it's just between Superflex and Eliminator for the next draft. Choose wisely. It wasn't even that. I went over it a couple times. Mahomes threw interceptions every week for the first. Let me bring it up. I'll go over the spiel again. And then go off of the draft board. That way I can actually see what I pick. You look at Mahomes' game log. Week 1, 1 interception, then 2, then 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. He had 10 interceptions by week 8. And then they had their bye in the middle of that too. And then he had 2 no interception games and then another 2 interception game. But I think Mahomes started playing scared, started throwing the ball out of bounds more. That's why Worthy couldn't keep his feet in a lot. I honestly think that he realized that he was like their team was winning games that they shouldn't have been, and it was his mistakes that made them hard to win. So I think he started playing a lot safer. And coming into this season, I don't think he's going to be playing safe because he's going to have not already done that. Now, if that happens again, and part of that was probably Worthy being a rookie, like breaking wrong and stuff like that. But I think that is was a big deal last year for Kansas City's offense. Like Hollywood was hurt, then he blew up Rashee Rice's knee, but he just kept throwing interceptions. So I think that with a fresh year, I think he's going to be playing with more confidence again. So, yep. Hey, we got to 33. As long as we stay at 33 and above, I will be doing another draft. Number 30 like. Thank you, Fantasy Dog. Welcome, Bayou Bengal. Bayou, I will be watching Bayou Bengal's stream here after a little while. I think it's in, an hour and a half? I do need another quarterback, but I'm fine with any of those. I'm going to go ahead and take Rachaad White here for a reason. I probably don't get Tua back, but I would like to get Tua back. If Tua comes back, I'll take him. If Tua doesn't come back, I will take anybody else. It's fine. I could take Stafford. I have Devontae Adams, but I have Waddle here, and I have 8 p.m. Eastern, so 7 p. Almost 2 hours. Nice. Yeah, I look forward to it. For me, like I watch a lot of streams, but the most fun stream to me is Bayou Bengals. He brings a different energy. Uh, he has a lot of fun whenever he's streaming. It's a good time for sure. I got I made it through the first 4 picks. Let's see. This is the one I'm worried about. I'm worried. I kind of expect him to take a third quarterback, and if he does, Tua would make a lot of sense. This is the Tyreek Hill drafter. Hey, no, thank you for the content. And if you are not subscribed to Bayou Bengal, head on over there. It's his name in the chat. And I will shout out the rest of you that have channels here soon as well. We got Bestball on call. Showed on TV. Oh, you have to log. That's hilarious. It is 50-50 right now, though. The poll is. Bestball on call also has a channel. And Hartman, but his isn't Hartman. It's Hartman Fantasy Football. We'll go ahead and take Tua here right at a little before ADP. Get a Jalen Waddle stack. I needed a second quarterback. I definitely want a third on this team. I feel really good about this. We got a 2-4-6-1 going right now. Patrick Mahomes, Tua, running backs, Bijan, David Montgomery, Quinshon, Rashad White for the bring back. We got Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Jalen Waddle, Luther Burden, Hollywood Brown. We got a double stack. We got the bring back and Evan Ingram as our solo tight end. Feels like a pretty solid team so far. Yeah. We didn't have Rice is he's in trouble. Like, did something happen right now? Like, since that week, nothing's really, like, he's not really been in trouble. Like, because all that stuff kind of happened within the same week, you know? And yeah, I followed him I looked at his X account and, like, yeah, I get why people wouldn't like him. I like him. He's just trying to have a good time. On there, right? Like, everybody makes mistakes, but those mistakes don't matter until he's suspended for fantasy football, you know? And the NFL historically has not suspended people mid-season. I don't see it changing. So yeah, I am all in on Rashee. Like, I think he's underpriced. I think he's going to stay underpriced because I think he will be price anchored here really soon. Okay. It looked like for a minute that my stream locked up. I may be 20 picks above ADP on a certain player if you all see it on my screen right now. So Cam Ward is available. I really do want a third here, but I think I'm just going to do something gross instead. Yeah, we're going to take Pat Bryant for the game stack as well. I really like this receiving core. Some huge upside there. We got Bijan to anchor everything. We got Quinshon for late season. We have 2 guys to get us there. Didn't realize you work with Nuts Guy. No, I know what he does for work. I'm sure it gets a little crazy there at times. But yeah, I will be one of the reasons Pat Bryant ends up in the 12th round. Like, Pat Bryant eventually will be drafted ahead of Jack Besh. That's my call. What's up, Fantasy Football Garage? And I had 20% Jack Besh in pre-draft. I just think that Pat Bryant is going to have a role day one, and Jack Best is going to have to beat a very professional wide receiver to get into 2 wide receiver sets. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Yeah, no, I'm actually wrong on that. Ignore Will Shipley, Jalen Wright. We'll take Jalen Wright on this team at ADP with the team correlation. Don't mind it at all. So I'm probably done at those 2 positions. Every Bronco in Peyton's system has a role. It's never a good one for their fantasy value. I mean, he had good fantasy value before on players like Marquise Colston, right? Was really, really good for just a little bit. You had the one everybody's comparing Pat Bryant to that ended up getting hurt. Like, I don't know why I can't remember his name, but he was insanely good. No, he's put up Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas. Yeah, but like it wasn't just Michael Thomas. Like he had other receivers that put up pretty good stuff. Like you don't have to put up elite numbers being drafted in the 12th round or the 14th round. If you're drafted in the 12th round and you get 706 touchdowns, like that's not a loss. Yeah, Brandon Cooks, who's still draftable, by the way. Like Brandon Cooks was a smash on that team. But yeah, like Marquise Colston is somebody people absolutely forget about. And I don't know if Best Ball was around when Colston was there, but man, Marquise Colston would have dominated. He basically would have been what Jameson Williams is, right? For Best Ball. Pearsall had 1 to 2 good weeks last year, and it came at the right time. Yep, exactly. Colostomy. I'm not sure. Wrong chat. Oh, FK Cooler's out here putting things in the wrong spot. We won't have any tomfoolery here. I think I'm going to take Mason Taylor here. Yep, I like Mason. I like the Mason Taylor click. I like it. I like it a lot. Probably take a quarterback with the next pick. I think with my last couple picks, I'm going to do the old Tyler Shuck plus a guy. I might just tack on a random Anthony Richardson. I'm not going to lean into this thought, but by drafting, but I do wonder if Danny Dimes starting the season means Anthony Richardson is more likely to start in weeks 15, 16, 17. So I just get this feeling that could be true. Like kind of like last year with Russ and Justin Fields. It was whichever one started the season probably wasn't finishing. I'm kind of wondering if that narrative is going to be something in Indy. And who knows, like, I don't think it's a team that'll have like a midseason firing. But if they had a midseason firing and all that, like Jim Irsay died, so like who knows what they will do, right? Like maybe they just cut ties with everybody. You know, I don't know. I could just take hmm. I'm going to take a tight end first. We're going to take Juwan Johnson. I'll take Juwan Johnson even if I don't get – I want Juwan Johnson if I take Tyler Shuck on this team. And I don't want Tyler Shuck if I don't get Juwan Johnson. So I'm going to go ahead and take Juwan Johnson there. He's a perfect guy to fit with Evan Ingram and Mason Taylor to me. Like Mason Taylor, apparently he's starting off strong, but there is a chance that being a rookie, he starts off slow. Juwan Johnson is going to have a role, and it should be a big role in that offense. Evan Ingram, it's just an offense that should score a lot of points this year and to bring back. So this opens me up for Shuck, but it also allows me to do whatever. I'm not comfortable with the Patrick Mahomes Tua team, but I think that if Shuck goes, I'll just smash naked Anthony Richardson and call it good. Not that that's a place I really want to be, but yeah, I think that that's the Juwan first is the right call there. The Olave drafter has very good reasons to draft. Who is the Olave drafter? He's over here. He's got Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence, so I should be good. I was about to say Colston was a guy who started fights in fantasy league because some sites had him listed at tight end. Yeah, well, that came later, didn't it? Because Marquise Colston, I believe, was a wide receiver, and then kind of like the Jordan Matthews thing, because Jordan Matthews was a receiver, but got used kind of more like a tight end, or for his first 2 years, I think, and then they moved him to tight end because he put on weight or something. And then he was useless. Fun fact, Marquise Colston is the Saints' all-time leading receiver. I wasn't aware he was the all-time leading receiver, but it doesn't surprise me. It wasn't even Dante Stallworth also was a pretty good player for Sean Payton's offenses as well. I'm pretty sure Sean Payton was there. They've had good fantasy production players on Sean Payton offenses. Now, I do agree, not everyone is a good Sean Payton offense. Bayou Bengal is a Saints fan as well. Do you like Shuck or do you hate Derek Carr? Answer. Do you like Shuck or do you hate Derek Carr because he cost you the $20,000 on your bet last year? So Bayou Bengal had a season-long $100 bet. I think it was an 8-leg. And the only thing he missed was Derek Carr's over on passing yards, and it's because he was hurt, basically. Fun fact, it's been 10 years since Colston has been on a football field, and we're still giving Peyton credit for things Drew Brees. I mean, are we still are you gonna say the same thing about Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes? Yes, Drew Brees did it, but Sean Payton was Sean Payton can't throw the ball to his receivers. So you can kind of use that argument with any head coach, Stallworth, I believe, left the Saints before Payton got there, but okay. I wasn't positive on that. Because Sean, I'm just kind of throwing out names. Drew Brees, you mean the Chargers bust? So I don't know who remembers so I'm going to go over the team and then get into the Drew Brees thing. A 3-5-7-3 basic. You got Patrick Mahomes, Tua, Tyler Shuck. Running backs, Bijan Robinson, David Montgomery, Quinn Sean, Rashad White, Jalen Wright. Running back or wide receivers, Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Jalen Waddle, Luther Burden, Hollywood Brown, Pat Bryant. Tight end, Evan Ingram, Mason Taylor, and Juwan Johnson. We have the Chiefs game stacked out a little bit. We have a bring back also on the Bucks for the other game, and then we just have a little team stack at the end for fun. because I wasn't comfortable with just the two just the two. So the vote is still 18 people watching, 14 votes. It is 50-50 Superflex Eliminator. I'm going to ask a question, and then we'll look and see what it is. So who remembers how Drew Brees ended up to the Saints? So that offseason, Dante Culpepper was the hot free agent. And Drew Brees was also a free agent, right? So they both visited Miami. And Miami, I believe Miami chose to take Dante Culpepper. So, yes, he had a shoulder injury the season before. And if I remember right, the Dolphins decided that they didn't want to take the risk with that. But if I remember right, I just said his name. But yeah, Miami didn't clear Drew Brees medically. So they took Dante Culpepper, who had a leg injury, I believe, the year before, right? So then that is why he ended up, he didn't even want to go to New Orleans. So he goes to New Orleans, and basically that's when Katrina hit, right? That was the year of Katrina that he went, I believe. So now Drew Brees has the whole city of New Orleans on his shoulders, right? So it's a pretty fantastic story. I was going to ask because I didn't think Miami's doctors cleared him. I was pretty sure that's what happened because I think they wanted Drew Brees over Culpepper, but then the doctor said no, and then they ended up signing Culpepper, who literally did nothing. Nick say, yeah, okay. Yeah, so fantastic stuff there. Votes are in. Superflex wins. We will be drafting a Superflex. Sorry for those who wanted the Eliminator twice. Chat spoke. We will do a 20-second Superflex, and we will enter in 10 seconds. It's more fun. Both can be true, Slayton. Both can be true. I'm sure Steve voted on Superflex so he could pick in the top 4. Go ahead and out yourself, Steve. Tell us that you only came in here to see if I was doing Superflex so you can get a top 4 pick. I'm on to you. I'm on to you, Steve. We are waiting. I told you, Steve, 101. I finally, in my own stream with Steve, get a top pick. I get the 102. I think this is the first time I've been in the top 4 when Steve's been on stream, except the time Steve was on my stream and he got a 10 and we got a 4th pick. Basically average out the differences and put me right there. So yeah, we got 101 there. I got the 102. Zero's got the 104. Champ has the 109. Love Handle's got the 110. Numi, investigate this, please. Yeah, I think Steve, you need to flip the board with Jamar Chase. You're a Jamar Chase bull in this format, right? I mean, I'm going to get my 101, so I'm not that worried about it. I need more Josh Allen, but I like Lamar more, so I'm 100% fine with whatever happens. Jaden Daniels. He flipped the board, everybody. He flips the board. We'll go ahead and take Josh Allen. I need more Josh Allen shares. I get I don't get the 1 very often, but I get the 2 and 3 quite a bit. He flipped the board, y'all. He took Jaden Daniels. I assume. Well, I mean, since you're mostly in my streams, you probably have like 40% Josh Allen. So I understand. You got to even out those exposures. You're probably at like 100 now. You're probably close to 100 Superflex. So viewers went way down when we went to this Superflex. That's all good. It's already started. We're here. We're going to have a good time. I appreciate everybody for showing up, hanging out. I'm having a good time. We got first 4. We had Patrick Mahomes pulled up to the 5, and Burrow go to the 6. Looks like running back or quarterbacks are going to go way fast in this. I'm only at 56 now, I think. So I don't know if I'm going to get it max. I'm definitely going to do 100. I do actually expect the fill rate on this to slow down a lot, because a lot of people were only doing Superflex because they had no other options. So I'm expecting the fill rate, instead of being 3% today, to move down to like 1.5. Okay, got it. One guy in the Discord was 110. Yeah. Who was that? I'm having a hard time remembering who that was. Yeah, absolutely. The Schnauzer will be around for a while. The Shepherd was already like 14% filled or something, like, which is nutty. Like, it was 13 when I started my stream an hour and a half ago. It was at 13.7. War Dogs, got it. Just finished 75. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying the few slows I have. I've only got 20 going, and it feels very manageable. Like, I don't want to get into like 50 of them, but I'm actually enjoying them right now as well. We'll go ahead and take Justin Fields here. Josh Allen, Justin Fields. I like that. Do you think so? So I'm actually planning on to brought Drake May up. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do the Cardinal Sin, as PPR Tyler says, taking 3 in a row. Since the one hole did it, I'm doing it. Maybe this guy does it. We should get values back here. So 3 years. Nice. It's because there's 186,000 people for the Shepherd and a lot less. Let me look at the we can just go look at it real quick. I think there was 55,000 for the Shepherd, or 22,000. So it's 22,000 people versus 186,000 people. But both of them offer slows. So if you're going to max it, I would recommend to do some slows at the end of it and get some different ADPs and more information for part of your stuff. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till it's nearly full. and then pop into 10 slows, I think, on both of those. But yeah, the mini schnauzer will probably be open. I don't know. What do you think? 3-4 weeks. LeGroux has taken 3 in a row anytime I draft against him. I mean, I don't think I think it's a good strategy. You secure the superflex points to be in a higher number, and the superflex is the most important position on your roster, right? So yes, and as Steve was saying yesterday, it's basically no different than going 5 straight wide receivers or or starting your draft with 4 straight running backs. Like people like even going like Justin Jefferson and then 4 running backs. Like if it's fine. Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to make getting through I just believe it's going to make this one will have more competition, and New York can draft right now. New York couldn't draft during a bunch of that, right? So all of these contests will fill a lot faster because New York. So this, I was hoping somebody in this group fell back. They did not. I mean, I will. This is where I would take. I think there's a gigantic tier break there for Josh Jacobs. So hopefully he doesn't take Jacobs. I assume he does. That's what he should have done. We'll go ahead and take Garrett Wilson, pair up with Justin Fields, because I want one of these 3 running backs. I'm fine with any of them. I honestly don't want James Cook, but I'll take it. I do honestly prefer I'll just take Hampton. I don't care. I prefer Hampton. Let's look and make sure there's nothing different that I want. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take Hampton. I don't care about the ADP there. I think he's going to be a late season hammer. So I do want to get my exposure to him for sure. Yeah, and so as I was saying, and my theory on it is if you just have 2 and then you like take backups at the end, which is it's viable, but you need one of them to start. But the reason you're doing that is like I believe having that third quarterback is going to exponentially help you get through the 2 1 of 10 weeks, right? So these 2 weeks, like everybody with Lamar plus Brock Purdy is going to get through this week. And then Lamar going to have a bad game this week or whatever, right? But if you have Purdy and Bo Nix as your other 2 quarterbacks, and both of them have decent games, like you're going to advance Lamar to the finals. And some Lamar teams will get through because he smashed here, but less will get through because he didn't smash here, right? So you're going to take a lower owned elite with you. So like stuff like that can happen. And that's why I kind of vouch for going 3 is a viable. I'm not saying to do it every time. I'm just saying it's a viable thing to do. Last year, I started 3 QBs and missed out on the finals by like 1.5 points. Needed to hit flex better, probably. Josh, JD5, and Love. Nice. I mean, that could have just been pod luck too. I don't know what your score was. I had a team score 205 points in the semifinal, or not the semifinal, in week 15 last year, and I beat out a team that scored 100. They scored 0.5 less than me. We had 2 200-point teams in that pod, and I got lucky enough to not be the one to lose. Like that was pretty nutty. We both had a Josh Allen, Jared Goff team, and both of them went nuts that week. and then we both had the two. We both had Jonathan Taylor as well. Yeah, and like if that happens, if you take that third quarterback, you're more likely to push that through, right? So, and yeah, I didn't see what your points were like, but most of those, I believe, it was like 175 advanced you generally in the Superflex. I'm sure Steve has the number or could figure out the number. I don't actually have the data, so um, yeah, we'll take Travion Henderson here. Made sure my bye weeks were different. We got so right now we have Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Brock Purdy, Hampton, Mixon, Travion, and Garrett Wilson. That's awesome. Only 10 entries. Did you? I did like 40 entries or something, but I had two. I had two semifinal teams. Uh, not the best advance rate or anything, but like I put up teams that were good. But like I had like 7 semifinalist teams that finished third and only one, like in third in groups that were like high scoring in different contests. So like I ended up having some pod variance last year that wasn't great, but the one pod I did win was actually super light. So like I can't really complain about it. Uh, 10 entries on opening day and stopped. Yeah, I mean they did a. I'm ready for the puppy but super flex, or not the golden but super flex. That's the one I'm very interested in. I'm probably going to do something incredibly wild if I go on the back end of that. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm wondering how long the golden will be open. I'm expecting the golden to actually fill before the other one, the $35 one, the Greyhound. I bet that golden superflex is coming in a week or two. Yeah, I think that as soon as the golden fills, they'll probably do a golden superflex, and then when that fills, they'll probably do a golden two. Because I think they did like 3 goldens last year, didn't they? I think they did 3. And it's so I know Fantasy Flock is going to have a tournament again. He was talking about how he had to change up his structure because they stole it for Eliminator. I've only watched him a couple times this year, but I think he said they were going to do something again. I'm not positive, but I really liked the structure of the flock contest last year. I would like something like that to come out again as well. Yeah, 3 regular Goldens and 1 Superflex. I was thinking that's what it was. All right, A. Rich goes at 89 still. Daniel Jones is 77. Aaron Rodgers is 69. Nice. He gives 0. All right, so we got Brock Purdy, Josh Allen, and Justin Fields. That's a gigantic cliff. I'm just going to take some wide receivers. I'll make this a Juwan Jennings team. I'll just take him over these guys. It's fine. I'll get one of these guys back, so I'm not that worried about it. I don't enjoy Superflex much, but probably because I don't do it much. Last year was the first time ever playing it. I want to learn it. I believe there's a big edge here. Unless you're streaming and Steve's in your chat, because then he gets top 4 picks and he actually knows how to draft it. So it's kind of negative in that regard. I was just talking earlier how I need to move Roma Dunze up with the Hayden Weeks tweet that came out about the Chicago Sun-Times. And DJ Moore saying he doesn't know what position he's even going to play or how much volume he's going to get. Steve and some slows. Nice. Yeah, I mean this is the least solved game on Underdog. And like PPR Tyler is trying to like he's doing his thing, but he's telling people to never do this no matter what. I'll argue like whenever I'm on his or he's on my channel, we will discuss it because I'm not saying it's optimal, but I don't think I think having zero of them is a mistake if you're going to max it. If I learn from Steve, I saw him take 4 quarterbacks, so I'm start. Yeah, like I don't think no like if there's a quarterback value, like taking it no matter what just makes sense. Like you only need 2 wide receivers, and I don't think people say that like they understand it, but then they don't draft like they understand it, you know? And this is all over the place. Like people are like, yeah, I get it. And then they go and draft BTJ, Nico Collins, and Jamar Chase. Like, yes, one of them can hit your flex, but like that's probably not optimal because those are all you have 0 quarterbacks at that point. Floors on players are also way lower than most people think. Yeah. On some players for sure. Oh yeah, you mean like yeah, Saquon put up a couple like what 9.8 or 9 point weeks. Yeah, like I did a bunch of the drafts where I didn't take a wide receiver till like Jawan Jennings, and they don't feel bad. Um, but I didn't take enough wide receivers on a couple of those teams. If you're going to do that, that's fine. You just need to take more wide receivers, right? Like I've been learning as I've been doing these. So coming all the way back around, and this is what I have to deal with. We got hmm. Um I'll take a Zach Charbonnet share here. I don't have much of him. And then I don't really want Najee on this team. I was debating on Jackson Dart. I don't take any like very much Travis Etienne. This will be a Travis Etienne team. I feel like I have enough firepower at running back now, and my wide receivers are fine. Like I'm pretty open to doing anything at this point. I probably have an unhealthy amount of Jalen Milrow in this contest. All right, hold on. Quarterback floors are going to be way higher, so even a bad third quarterback. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like that's like a really bad. If you have 3 quarterbacks, it's going to be very rare to have all three, like 2 of those 3, to have under 14 fantasy points. And a lot of weeks, you're probably only going to be scoring like 14 points in a flex spot. You know, like 14 points is probably going to outscore some of those wide receiver, running back flex spots that you would have. And it could fill that with like the super flex spot with like 18 points, right? Like more than likely. Might be interesting to start 2 quarterback early and then top off with another 2 later. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot. Go to elite and then like actually I was doing it with Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler, taking both of them because you get Rattler in the 19th and it guarantees you a starting position and it gives you a third quarterback guaranteed. And then I was doing that usually when I was on the right side of the board. It might not be a good thing to do, but I don't think handcuffing your quarterback in this is that bad of a thing when you have a Russell Wilson or a Tyler Shuck or like the Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson one is, but like if you take Gardner Minshew on a Mahomes team, it's not really bad. Like it, you're probably losing if Gardner's playing, but yeah, and it's very cheap to do because you get your quarterback here at 80, but then you can if you just pull Rattler up to the 18th because they're all dollar picks, you can almost you could basically guarantee you get both of them if you're willing to take them in the 18th. And at that point, there's really nobody that I'm like super upset if I don't get. Yeah, I'm going to take Tajay Spears absolutely on this team. And then hopefully Keon Coleman comes back. And then I'm just going to go the I'm just going to go real late tight ends in this draft. All right, so the team right now we got a 3-6-4-0. Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Brock Purdy. Running backs: Omarion Hampton, Joe Mixon, Travion Henderson, Zach Charbonnet, Travis Etienne, Tajay Spears. I might be done at running back. This feels pretty good. I might add on a seventh. I don't know. Wide receivers: Garrett Wilson, Jawan Jennings, Roma Dunze, and Keon Coleman. Doesn't feel that bad. Even handcuffing a good quarterback, like I've done this. I've done Mariota Daniels or Love. I've done both of those actually. Yeah. And Malik Willis is one. I've actually started clicking him a little more often at the end because thinking about it, Love, like Love got hurt last year, right? Uh, but Malik Willis put up decent fantasy production one of those games. Like he will be running the ball. And the thing about Malik Willis is you actually don't need to take any of those receivers for it to be fine. So I've actually been tacking on Malik Willis onto Jalen Hurt or not Jalen Hurts teams on Lamar Jackson teams because that's the Week 17 game. So I've just been like every once in a while, if I feel like my team is solid, I'll just tack on Malik Willis onto Lamar teams to do that. You know, yeah, they really will. They really will. Hey, you're a Packers fan. You understand how good Malik Willis would be at fantasy. He actually threw a touchdown pass even last year, right? Who would have thought? Yeah, we got but Malik Willis, Steve, I one that I missed completely was Tyrod Taylor. And Tyrod Taylor's a great one. And with Justin Fields, like I might pull out the Tyrod Taylor in the 20th if he's available on this team. Like the 20th round, the 20 round thing, like you're taking some ugly players. Willis with LaFleur would just be Justin Fields. Yeah. Even Willis, other start was 13 points. Yeah, exactly. And that's one I haven't done yet, but that's a pretty solid one too because Kyler's been hurt what two different seasons, I believe. I mean, I have a really hard time not taking Jalen Milroe every draft. I think we just double stack, right? We'll double stack and just take a tight end on the turnaround. Any of these are fine for me. Probably Hunter Henry actually. Give me team correlation with the bring back there. So, yeah, we don't have any Bears. I'm not really worried about that. We have a stack with Jawan Jennings. We do. I accidentally stacked that game. So I stacked that game on accident. I stacked this game on purpose. And Josh Allen, I don't have any Packers yet, but or they play the Eagles. So I'll tack on an Eagle later, maybe. Probably not. I'm probably not really worried about that game being the Week 17. Feels like the Browns may be the most fun since they'll rotate. Yeah, I love getting Cedric Tillman and taking either Kenny Pickett or Dylan Gabriel in the 20th round. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not really that. There's one player I do really want to come back to me. I don't think he will though. I probably should have taken that player over Hunter Henry, but I definitely needed the tight end. I take a lot of New York Giants and Pittsburgh position players because of their overall quarterback play. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, it's going to be hard to be worse than what they were dealing with last year, for sure. Are you doing that in all formats? I take it. Like, I'm slightly I'm slightly Calvin Austin over Roman Wilson, but I do take both of them. Gabriel's the one I like. I've been taking Gabriel in the 20th anytime I have a Brown. Like, they spent a third round pick on him. He has some running to his game, right? Like, he's got a little bit of upside to him. Yes, absolutely. That's why I like Neighbors, because he either has Russ or Dart. I mean, I probably need to start forcing myself to take more Neighbors. Like, I don't think he's a bad pick. I just think Neighbors, like, I like Nico over Neighbors, and I like Puka over Neighbors. And I don't take Nico over Neighbors, but I do like him over Neighbors. I understand I can't do that. The guy I wanted made it back, Mason Taylor. If I don't take him, I assume Steve, he was on Steve's board as a possibility. We got, what guy do we want here? I think it's Diami Brown share. I might just take Keenan Allen. I don't take a whole lot of Keenan Allen in this. We'll take a Keenan Allen share. On the way back, I'll get another tight end. I'll probably go tight end, running back, and then finish with a random quarterback. I also do a lot of Mahomes, Mayfield, Dak with light stacks because the volume feels the easiest. Yeah, like I'm in on Mahomes. Like, when Mahomes was going in the 6th round, I was completely out. But now that he goes in the 8th pretty religiously, like, he actually feels underpriced. And Mayfield was, I think, my second most drafted quarterback in Big Board. And it feels bad because I have a harder time. I don't take as much Evans anymore because of the Egbuka thing. So I do end up with a lot less Mayfield than I had. And Dak could absolutely smash this year. Well, like, you and I both also purely believe in Mason Taylor as a prospect, right? Like, but that's the player I absolutely wanted. I've heard this so many places. I don't disagree. But, like, he has to get better at throwing the ball deep. Like, just a fact. He, like, I don't know. We'll go back to this real quick. But you go by the metrics and you go to on Player Profiler and you look at deep ball completion percentage, 26.5%, number 34 in the league. Patrick Mahomes was 34th last year. He wasn't even in the top of the starting quarterbacks in deep ball completion. He has to get better. I will look at Willis. Willis may not have qualified for that. I don't know what the qualification number was. it doesn't matter what the qualification number was. 34 is nuts, right? Like, that's not Patrick Mahomes. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, he didn't qualify. Malik did not qualify for that. All right, so we're coming back. I might actually need another receiver. I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and take Adonai Mitchell. Actually, let's take some Dontavian Wicks on this team. That feels good. I actually feel fine with this group of running backs. I don't know what I don't mind tacking on a Keaton Mitchell or a Taj Brooks, or even a JCM here and there. But I do feel like at this point in the draft, it's very bad. Like once Rashard Smith goes, it's kind of awful. I don't know. We're going to have a little fun with Harold Fannin. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little fun with Harold Fannin here. Probably a bad pick, but we're doing it. I was probably taking Theo if he didn't. So, like, I might have passed him to you, knowing that you had Dart. I hadn't decided yet, but if I was having to choose between Harold Fannin and Theo Johnson, I would have definitely just taken the Theo. Hollywood is the real skeleton T they didn't mention. Yeah, I mean, Hollywood, like the entire offense went to shambles last year because three of their four pieces got hurt, So they were just reeling. So that's probably going to weigh into like him being number 34, but 34 is still really bad. And if I remember right, like Mahomes' best deep ball accuracy was actually to Justin Watson, not to by the way, where did Justin Watson go? He went to the Texans, right? Justin Watson? I believe he went to the Texans. It was Texans or he went to the Texans. So I'm going to start looking at these quarterbacks. Guys I'm willing to take. Malik Willis on this team feels pretty solid. Mariota always feels fine. We got... See, Spencer Rattler's still here. He's always here. Probably will be on another team. Yeah. Yeah, he signed, obviously, before they drafted two receivers. Hollywood, Worthy, winning downfield. Mahomes, suddenly be better to default. Well, if Rashee Rice is healthy, they're going to be dominating the middle of the field with Rashee Rice. That's why I was so bullish on Mahomes last year. Like, I was all in on Mahomes because I said, Kelsey and Rice are going to dominate the middle of the field, and Hollywood and Worthy will be able to run free, right? So, and that's what you're saying. And I went very heavy into the KC offense, but then three pieces got hurt, and the whole offense and then our left tackle was useless. So, like, the entire offense just disappeared, right? So we could do the Dylan Gabriel thing. Do I want to do the Dylan Gabriel thing here? I don't have any Pittsburgh. I'll break ties that way. I do think that Marcus Mariota is actually. I was saying I wanted to do Tyrod here, right? We'll do Tyrod. Since I have the double stack, we will do Tyrod on this team. So, quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Tyrod, stack, like just securing that. Brock Purdy. Running backs, Hampton, Mixon, Travion, Zach Charbonnet, Travis Etienne, Tajay Spears. Have three pretty good studs and three really big contingent plays. Then Garrett Wilson, Juwan Jennings, Rome Odunze, Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer, Keenan Allen, Dontavian Wicks, Hunter Henry, Mason Taylor, Harold Fannin. Yeah, I had a really good time as well. Yeah, last year Rice had no help and made Rice better. This year Rice has, and like it was supposed to build through the middle of the season. At the end of the season, explode because that people were learning the offense. Everybody knows the offense now. So later in the season, like early in the season, I could see them exploding. The problem with this is I'm fairly positive. Let me look it up real quick. I'm sure Steve remembers, but Kansas City week 1 plays on the Brazil field. Last year, that ruined one team's chances at anything for the season, right? So, question is did they get nobody on that entire field could stand up right or run correctly, right? And it actually people were doing footing awkwardly and stuff. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again, right? Like nobody wants to see the Brazil field was awful. And I forget who we play week 1. Week 1 KC. I'm looking it up right now. The Chargers. So they play the Chargers in Brazil Friday, September 5th. Yep. So that's two offenses I'm personally invested in. I hope they figure that out. That would be really bad for me. Yeah, people had big games. And honestly, Dontavian Wicks should have had a gigantic game. I believe he had 2 drops where he was just wide open in that draft or in that game. That's when the Slappies decided to be a little afraid of Dontavian Wicks. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming out. Shout out to JT Bestball. I will be live on JT Bestball in 3 hours and 45 minutes. We will be doing an eliminator and then a super flex or 2 tomorrow on my channel at 4 p.m. Central. I will be doing a marathon with Megan Schaup. We'll be using her rankings, going over the article that she wrote for the Fanspeak Substack. Hope to see you all there. Take care. Peace out.